text reminders, you name it.
All right. Well, that's all we can do.
That's
It'll be.
true.
It'll be what it'll be, and we'll have a good time.
Okay, well, we're live. So we have to just wait a few. Oops, here, I'm going to change the date because it's not the 6th anymore. I think it's the 11th. It will take a few minutes for people to log on.
Sure. Yeah, it is the 11th.
Okay. We'll scroll that down at the bottom in case any. I have a lot of people who get on and they don't know what today's date is.
Okay.
I know. All right. What else? Anything else we got to catch up on? I think we did.
Yeah, we pretty much caught up. I guess. Yes. Busy
Okay,
time.
wait. They're starting to comment. Hi, Anita. Hi, Sue and Brenda and Carolyn and Jenny and Sandy. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so I want to introduce you to Heidi Emmett. You probably have met her before because she's been on several times. Uh-oh, Brenda, I'm sorry to hear that. She says she's sitting in the hospital with her dad. Well, we're all going to send prayers and good vibes your way, Brenda. Hi, Connie and Stephanie. So we have Heidi Emmett here today with us. She's from the foothills of California. I would have said it where, but I can't remember, even though I should know because I write a check and send it to you. But
Cedar Ridge.
Cedar Ridge. So
Yeah.
is that kind of by Nevada City, the most
Yes.
perfect place for all Christmas movies?
Yes, the Christmas card. Yes. I live 5 miles away.
Wow. That's like the most romantic city on the planet.
Yes, that is. Apparently, that's one of Hallmark's top movies.
Yes.
Of all time. The Christmas card. So that's kind of that's cool to be able to say that. Yes.
Well, someday we'll have to make a trip over the hill so we can see it.
Yes, most definitely.
Mm-hmm. So Heidi, we'll just chit chat while we're waiting for people to log on. But how did you get started in sewing and what gets you going? What makes you want to create?
I just have had a love of fabric since I was a little girl. And I really started sewing when I was about 7. And my mom was sewing and she taught me simple things. And I just took to it so fast and I've never looked back. I absolutely love anything to do with fiber, whether, oops, I'm shaking my table. I'll be a little more careful. Just anything to do with fiber. And I even had my own fabric store for 16 years. That was a long time ago. But anything to do with fabric, fiber, sewing. And I love crocheting and knitting. And I remember I got to watch one of the live and you were talking about needle felting. And someone mentioned they had a machine. Did you ever get that machine?
No. Gosh, I can't even think who it was. It was
I can't either because it was almost a month ago now, I think.
It was somebody out in California, I think that. But yeah, I
no,
never
she had it in Reno. Yeah. Somebody could get it in Reno.
Heard about it again.
Mm-mm. If you ever hear about one, a machine felter, get it, grab it, and then I'll teach classes. I'll show you how. Oh, it's so much fun. The single needle felting is way cool too, but if you want bigger projects,
yeah,
like
a big quilt or something. Well, I actually was needle felting in bed last night, and I snapped the needle, and I couldn't find the tip of it until I got out of bed, and then I stepped right on it.
Oh my God!
It hurt. It hurt. You know what?
Oh, those are the worst. That's how my mom and I got our own sewing room because we used to sew in my parents' bedroom. That's the only place there was room. And my dad came out one day and said, "That's it." And he held up a pin in his hand. He said, "This is the last pin I'm stepping on." So we got our own sewing room.
Nice. Yes. I wish it would work like that. Yeah. Cindy Gygax said she wanted to know me felting machine. Cindy, have you ever used it? Sandy says, "Oh no, needles in the foot. Sorry, I know it's not a pretty sight. It did hurt.
Oh, they hurt really badly. I can understand that. Yes, I can understand that myself.
Sandy
Hmm.
says she loves her felting machine. Sandy, maybe, or Cindy, maybe you could bring it to the retreat and do a demo. That would be fabulous.
Oh, have her do it. Oh, ask Sandy if she uses netting to
Oh,
hold
Cindy, do
in
you use netting
to
to
hold it
hold
in
your
place.
felting in place?
The felting.
Yeah. Okay, she'll let us know. Okay, so while we're waiting for thank you, Sandy. While we're waiting for Cindy to respond, Heidi, we've got quite a few things planned for this new year. So I'm going to turn it over to you because I know you've got other things to do after this. I mean, chit chatting all night, so much fun.
Yeah, yeah. Someday
Okay,
we got to do that.
okay, wait. Whoops! Look I did myself solo. Here, I got to get you solo. Okay. All right. So what do you have
Oh,
to show
dear.
us?
Oh, there's, you can see the boxes. We haven't finished decorating the tree. There's, oh dear. Anyway, don't look at those. Look at me. Look here.
I haven't finished decorating yet either.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad. I'm
Yes.
glad. Goes for the month. It's fine. And then I keep it up for another month after that. It's all good. So I want to thank Beth for having me come and do this little live get together. I want to talk to you about the classes because Beth and I got together a few months ago and came up with some new classes that I get to offer for you in January. And so I'm going to get right into it because there's other things that are going on here. So the first one will be the Rafiki skirt. And here is the pattern. Beth has, sorry folks, don't get seasick. It's been a little while, but this is the Rafiki skirt. Rafiki in Swahili means friend. And I have designed this with a friend who used to work with orphanages and widowed ladies in Africa to teach them how to sew so that they could make a living doing their sewing. So she and I came up with this pattern, and I had forgotten how much fun it is to make. And I just did a sample for Beth. She said she wore it at another live meeting that you
And
had.
I have it on today too.
Oh, cool, cool. Well, she'll have to show you a little bit later because I'm going to show you a couple of them right now and talk about this is a 2-session class. And for the first session, yes, it's another one of my patterns where you will follow my directions and make one. You're only going to make one pattern piece, and it's going to fit your body perfectly. It's really fun. Using the measurements, I'm going to have you take just waist, hips, length, 3 measurements, and we will create one pattern piece that will be repeated over and over. You'll see. I can't explain it here because it sounds confusing, but it isn't. And it's made up of 7 fabrics, and you need half a yard of each. Doesn't matter your size, you are going to be able to make a pattern from size 0 to whatever because it will fit you. It will be made to fit you. But you will need a half a yard of 7 different fabrics. And I'm just going to hold a couple of these up real fast. This is on the cover. This is the original. It's from Kenya. I did not make that, but I sure have used it to create the pattern and do others. I hope you can see those okay. Yes, that skirt. And here's the one that's on the back cover of the pattern, and let me hold that up really fast. Oh, there it is. I'm holding the hat. That one, if I can zero in and not shake my hand, it's made with Marsha. Oh no, one Marsha Dursi fabric, and the rest are Kaif. Love my Kaif fabrics. They're older, but you know what? That's the one thing about my patterns. I consider them timeless, and that's why I have all mine. I never have to give any of them away unless I gain a lot of weight, but I try to make the pattern so they fit. This has partial elastic waist and or a tie. So I will be showing you in the first session how to make the actual pattern. Again, Tuesday, January 9th from 4 to 5. That we'll be doing that. I have to read my notes because I don't want to get it wrong. And the one thing you're going to need to plan on ahead of time is, of course, you need the pattern, and you're going to need 1 1/4 yards of a pattern paper. You know, you could even use newsprint from a newspaper. Do they still have those anymore? You know, they're kind of going away. But you'll find something that you could draw out this pattern piece. So it won't take us long at all. And then on the second class, it is Saturday, January 13th. And that one will be a little bit longer, 10 to 12, where we actually create the skirt. And so much of the fun, I think, is picking out the 7 fabrics you're going to use and then how we position those to create this skirt. It's made up of 8 panels. So you're really going to only be creating one panel piece. It's fair. Your actual pattern piece is only going to be this big for one panel, and then you'll be multiplying it by 8. This was using a blue and white fabric that I don't know who made it, but I love it. It's perfect in the summer. I wear it with a white top. Love it, love it. And then, of course, I have 2, not 1, but 2. I just love Marsha Dursey fabrics. I can't get enough of them. And I hear Beth ordered a new collection. It's coming in the spring. That will be to die for. So you'll want to make a Rafiki skirt out of one of the Marsha Dursey fabrics that are available. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else you need to know. It's fun. It's easy. This would be great for you to contact a friend who maybe wants to start sewing clothing, because there's really, she's going to make it to fit herself. And it'd be a great introduction for her to take this class too. Alrighty, the next one is what I'm wearing. And this is Terrific Tabard. Beth has carried this wonderful pattern for a long time. It's one of my first ones, and she has one up, I notice, in her studio. She'll show it again when we're done. And I'm wearing the one, I don't know, it's the orange and red one. I don't know what side it's on because everything's backwards for me. And it's called the Aussie Angle. And so it has a rounded collar area. Oops, see, it's backwards. And you can fold it back. You can fold both of them back. You can just fold one, which I'm doing right now. And this was using a large scale print from M&S Textiles. Beth has a ton of them. It's the Aboriginal fabrics. And I love working with these larger prints. And I have developed a new way that I've added to the pattern, but I'll show you in person as how easy it is to actually work with the big fussy cut patterns. I'm sorry, I'm reaching over. Did I show you the back? I think I did, but there you go again. And then I'm going to bring up the other view. I'm wearing Aussie Angle, and this is called Tree of Life because on the back there is a black and white polka dot tree. And I am so excited. This was an absolute booger to do, but I had to do it. I wanted to do it. But now I have just the thing to show you. Can't wait to show you how easy it will be to applique small pieces, machine stitch them down, either, you know, front, back, wherever, and you can use this whole technique. And of course, anything else you're making, even a quilt that's going to go on the bed or whatever. So you have a choice. You don't, that's the cool thing. You don't have, this was to help sell the pattern. So yes, I came up with Tree of Life and Aussie Angle, but you're never ever limited to that. There are so many ideas, and I just brought a couple because I don't want to confuse you too much. Let me move Rafiki skirts out of the way. Get all of these moved so you can see the others that I have. This is Marcia Dursey's very, very first panel. And I took it and just whacked it up because it was, the whole panel were these little squares that you see right here. And I whacked those up, and then I added, I can see I've got right there and down there. I think I have a couple of K facets mixed in. So if you see a panel that you absolutely love, snap that up because you might want to use it for your vest that you're going to do. And so I have a couple more. I know that I made another one. This is a Marcia Dursey panel. But what's fun about this is I just had, the panel itself wasn't really wide enough to fit the piece of the front piece on here. So what I did, I ended up just opening it up and finding some of her Marcia Dursey's that are in this particular panel and inserted a strip to give it, I love what it did. I think it gives it a nice dimension, and it makes me look long and mean. Anything that makes me look taller and thinner, I'm all about that. So then I just had fun adding, ooh, you can be thinking about buttons that you might want to use. Look at this one is gorgeous. You can't really see it here, but I'll give you up close later in class. But a friend of mine does polymer clay buttons, and so I chose a couple of hers to finish it off. The cool thing about a terrific tabard is, notice the sides are open. And that's where the word tabard comes in, because that is actually Old English. In days of old, the knights and those who lived in the castle wore something that slipped over and was literally open on the sides. And what I like, it gives me room to put hands in pockets, or it also gives a lot more room when I sit down or just for movement purposes. So I love, the only thing that's holding these together are one button and a tab on either side. But we'll talk more about that in the class when we do the fitting. And I will encourage you to make a sample if you feel like you're too busty or not enough or whatever. We'll talk about that and get those things cleared up in the very first class. And so again, I just use some of the scraps of fabrics that I have. And another thing I've noticed in Beth's lives, I just love it. I love sitting there and just watching how all the excitement that goes on. It's so much fun. But one of the things she said, she has all these great bags of things that she's auctioning off. And you need to be really aware, because if you have a panel, this one was done by a friend with Jacquard paints, and she just, kind of hard to see, sorry, banged the table there. She stamped on it with the paint. She used stamps and then did some painting, and then you can see there's a few little pieces of thread that she tied on there. But I said, what am I going to use to go with it? And this is a gorgeous shade of green, but it just doesn't show up well here because my lighting is not very good. I apologize. And it's an iridescent look in the silk. And I have seen those come through in her fabulous auction bags. So don't be afraid to get some of those fancy fabrics that you see, because you will be able to use them in clothing aspects. So keep that in mind. I used every bit of this piece that my friend had painted, and just little scraps here and there. Like I said, every piece I happen to have just enough so I could get a little pocket in this one. So ideas to keep in mind for that. And what did I say? Our second class yeah, we'll be finishing. I'm going to show you more techniques in what I have done. And then the next one is not until February 3rd. Oh, we're going to have so much fun. It's a one session class and it's a two-part class. Gosh, my hair, what? I didn't take any, sorry. I'm not liking my hair right now. That's okay. I'm calling it Uptown Upcycled Purse. Actually, Beth came up with Uptown. Love that. I think it says it all. I bet every one of you has a purse in your closet right now that you love to pieces, but something happened to it. Like you got a gouge in the pocket, or I don't know, whatever, a big ink across the front, and you paid a lot of money for that purse. Well, we can resurrect it and make it look uptown. You start looking in your closets. If not, then go to the thrift shop and find something there. You don't need to buy a brand new purse. And that is just what I did. I was at a thrift shop and I found a Coach, a real Coach bag. I paid a whopping $12 for it because I kept telling them it's filthy on the bottom, and it was. It was suede, split suede, I think that's what they call it. So here's the back, and then the front doesn't have a pocket, but I continued that because underneath this K-facet quilted piece right here is the suede, the split suede, and it really was filthy. I tried everything I could think of to clean it, and I couldn't. I said, all right, what can I do? How can I fix this? So I thought and said, ooh, look at this fun fuchsia color. And I found a fabulous cafe that I used. I get so many compliments on that purse. It's crazy. And then I found, I love the color of this purse at the thrift shop. And I got a really good price on it. It is all leather, completely leather. But this pocket that's on the front underneath this quilted cape piece is a big gouge. And I there's no way I could fix that. So I said, all right, let's try it again. And again, lots of compliments every time I wear it. So I said, hey, I've got something going here. So I'm going to show you that. It's going to be, I said, on February 3rd, which is a Saturday. And it's only going to be 2 hours long, and it will be all demo. I will sit here and have good lighting and proper camera things. I'm learning. I've got some time, so it's going to be perfect. And I will also be showing you one last thing. How am I doing on time? Pretty
You're
good.
fine.
Okay.
Heidi, if they wanted to bring a purse, even though it's going to be a demo, if they were to bring a purse, could you give them ideas of how to fix it?
Oh, totally. Thank you. Thank you for that input. Absolutely. And yes, I would love to give input if it's needed. And yeah, absolutely. Thank you for pointing that out. All right. And then the second part of the class, I'm just calling it Spiralicious because it has to do with a lot of spirals and circles. And I'm actually going to show you 3 different ways to create a really cool spiral look that you can put on a purse, a vest, quilts. It's so much fun. You're going to get really hooked on it. I just know it, and find lots of different ways to be able to use it. I want to make sure I cover everything I want to say, but I'm going to go ahead and show you some samples. So I'm going to stay seated, and then I'll have just enough time to show you the new pattern that's coming out, and you might want a class in that at some point. I think you will. So the first one is, I hope I'm holding this up so you can see it. And I will keep it still at some point here. I just want to get it close enough. This is a layered circle. Nothing new about that, right? But I have a way to make it really easy to do a lot of machine stitching, not have it move out of the way. And yes, this is the little flowers. I don't think you can see it, but they are made with wire and beads. And it's just a fun little wall hanging. I would like to say that it was in a Mancuso show called, oh gosh, I can't even remember. But they couldn't be very big for this particular thing. And it was just fun. I had fun. There's also paper towels in there. I know. Can you believe that? Paper towels.
The background is all different fabrics. It's collaged.
Yes, it is collage. So I could tell you how I did it, but the main thing, of course, is the circles. I just thought they were really fun because that's actually, this little funky quilt is what got me going on, oh, what else can I do? How can I do these? So I don't want to give so many things away, but here's another cute little sample. It's a little, not a body bag. I was calling them that all the time. That's terrible. It's a cross body bag. This is just a little one using that funky little circle again. And of course, K-facet stripes, which she's not making anymore. So grab them while you can. And then I've got, I'm going to set these.
Sandy says, what a way cool wall hanging. I know, Sandy. I love it.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Now, I showed this. This is kind of what got Beth excited to do a class because I showed this just for fun in another class. And this is where it's called, this is the actual Spiralicious name that I came up with. And if I hold it still so you aren't all dying of seasickness, there's 9 different spiral thingies going on. And this is a pillow cover. So I'm going to show you again how easy these are to do. And this is a good time to use up fabrics that you purchased and you said, wow, I really don't know why I bought that. It's not my look, but it probably will be when we get done with it. So keep that in mind. So those you saw in squares, right? They were squares, and then this spiral thing is going on within the square. Well, then you can take those same ones, and I did show this last time. It's a scarf. I'll explain the scarf when we get to it, but I took those same squares and then just cut them into circles and connected them to form part of, it's actually a very clever sitting scarf when you do it properly for the summer. And I can make a secret pocket in the back if I want to hide a key or some money and nobody will know it's there. So that'll be fun. I will show you that. And then the third technique is, I call it deep space spirals. And here's a sample. This is a nova. This is a beginning of a star, people. And it's just getting started. And wow, that's pretty wild. Wild colors. I made little red stars there. You can kind of see them in the background. I just embroidered those on the black and white. And then we have, oh yeah, it's a cave coming off.
Did you do it by machine or by hand?
Oh, no, we got to do this by machine. We got to get this done. We have places to go and things to do. And oh, I love this one. I love this one. I started with a panel, and I don't know, maybe some of you remember it. I'm going to slowly bring it up so you can see. I'm just, whoops, my chandelier is in the way. So I have to back up a little. And you can see different spirals going on. But the spiral that I'm going to show you is the one like the red and black supernova. This is just so much fun to do. Yes, there's some moths there because, you know, you have to have a moth, a moon, a luna. They're luna moths. So I consider this a moon. I am so sorry. I have no idea. Oh, I have to show this one up close right here. we were chatting about felting. Can you see this one? It's in this hand. It's over here. Can you even see it? Barely. That whole thing, I spiraled the yarn and felted it on. I just love it. I love it. And then added beads and things later. But the main one I wanted you to look at was this one. And here's, oh, I love this partial. Well, here's another baby one. Wait, right there. And then this one. This was at the very beginning. Well, gosh, you guys, I apologize. I've only been drinking water, too. It's amazing. But I can see the beading. Maybe you can catch a little glimmer of that. And then I did a ton of stitching on the side of it to showcase like it's flying through space. Yes, that's my slow stitching. Yes. And slow stitching, you know, is like the cantha cloth. It's not straight and wonderful. It's just slow and you're relaxing while you're doing it. All right. I have 3 more minutes. And I want to show you the pattern. So that's the class. It's called, I don't know. It's called the Uptown Purse, Upcycled Purse with Spiralicious. So I hope you sign up because we're going to have a lot of fun, So the last one I want to show you is my Zephyr jacket. And it's loose fitting. And it has like 3/4 length sleeves. And it comes right below the hips. You can make it longer if you want. You're never, you know, committed to a certain length. I'll show you both of these here. Just want you to see the pattern. Zephyr means a gentle breeze. Boy, I showed that awfully fast. Your eyeballs are probably ready to fall out. But here we go. I'm going to move this real quick. This is the one that's on the back cover. I just have a little sweater under it. Oops, I forgot to bring a sleeve out, but I think you get the idea. It's a really, yes, it's a cave. This one's called Turkish Delight. It was so popular, they even brought it back in new colorways. And I love it. And here is a perfect example. It has a lovely front panels that you can cross over, open up, wear different ways. And again, you can lengthen this. It's a very lightweight. It's a regular quilting cotton, but I love it for summer because it does, wherever you live, it's bound, hopefully, to get cool in the evenings when it's the middle of summer. But on these front panels, I consider these a blank canvas in many ways because, I have one in mind. Oh, I want to cover it with yo-yos. I know, crazy, but I think it would be really cool. And this one, I had a pair of pants that I got at the thrift shop because this is such a gorgeous silk. I couldn't leave it there. The pants probably would have fit if I had been 10 years old, but that would never happen. So why not? I cut them up, and that is the front bands on there. That's why, ladies, keep looking at those. What are we talking about? The auction items. You'll never know what you're going to find in there.
You never know what's in those bags.
Yes. And here, really fast, 2 more. And I want to put one of them on so you can see it. But is this the one that's on the cover? Yes, no, it's on the cover. I don't know who made this fabric, but you can tell I love color. But I also love in all my patterns to add a little bit of black when I can, because I just think it really showcases your garment, your whatever you're working with. I just love little touches of black. Oh, and this one, this was a skirt on the inside. It's a silk also. I just love the silks because they're a little bit dressier. And again, if I can't wash it by hand or in the machine, I'm never going to wear it. So, because I won't go to the thrift.
Is that the Zephyr
Yes.
pattern?
Yeah, I'm just showing you now all Zephyr jackets, and I'm going to put one on. And yes, here's one of Kate's parasols, fabrics. Love it. And I was in the thrift shop, and I saw a skirt. Look at this. It's all parasol fabric. Oh, I was so excited. So, of course, I had to snag it. And again, you know, you never know what's going to come in those bags. So you're going to want to watch the auction items as they come across. Yes, and I can never say no to silk. I can't say no to any fabric. It's terrible. But I could have a lot worse habits, right? I think so.
That's true.
Yes. I'm going to try on this one for you so you can see how different this pattern is when I use a Acantha cloth. And no, I made this the exact same length. I made another one out of Acantha cloth, and it was much longer, and it felt more like a coat by the time I was done.
So that's the Zephyr also?
Yes, that's why I had to put it on.
So different.
Isn't it? Because I don't have separated, oh, and you can't see where I seamed it. I just cut the front panels out of the same fabric to create, it's just all one loose. This is my go-to jacket lately, just because it's got enough oomph being the Acantha cloth, and kept it simple. So I just wear black under it. I can dress it up or down, but Acantha is always fun. And I always do a shoulder detail, and I mentioned that in the pattern itself, but you can't really see it. So here I want to, geez, let me see if I can get this up there. There we go. That's me. Yes, I can't afford a model. It has to be me. I love that truck, the old truck. So this is a great pattern, again, for beginners alike. Just, you know, like I said, if it isn't fun for me, it's not going to be fun for you. So.
And can you use the twin size Acantha for the Zephyr coat?
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right. Do you girls have any other questions for Heidi? They haven't typed in too many. Connie says she loves the ideas. What a way cool wall hanging. Hi from Hawaii. Angie, we all wish we were in your suitcase. Thrift store and estate sales have good finds.
Well, that's great. I hope you did enjoy this time, and I really hope I see all of you and some friends. Contact your friends and join one of the classes. We'll see you in the new year then.
Okay. Phyllis says she loves all the patterns and samples. So Heidi, let's just say it one more time just so that they know. If they want to do, the first class we have coming up is the Rafiki skirt.
Yes.
So that is customized during the class to whatever size you actually are. So if you have a granddaughter, this would be a great Christmas gift to be able to make the skirt with them. You guys could both make it. It's perfect. January 9th from 4 to 5 p.m. and then January 13th from 10 to 12. And then we have the terrific tabard vest. And I think once you make one, you're going to want to make a lot. Because every one in different fabric turns out so different. Yeah. And that's going to be January 23rd from 4 to 5 and January 27th from 10 to 12. Oh my gosh, you're going to have to introduce your kitty cat because they all love cats.
This is Rubik's. He's a crazy orange kitty. He's crazy. But we love him.
Kitty cats.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
Yes. Lots of fur, but we put up with it.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And then don't forget the technique class, the Uptown Upcycle Purse.
With the spiralicious
stuff.
Techniques that you can put. I think you did have, when you first showed it to us, it was spiralicious on one of the purses.
Yes.
That's what, yes. So all of our classes are offered via Zoom, or you can come into the shop. But most people take it via Zoom, and Heidi will be via Zoom.
Yes. Yes, I will. I can grab that purse.
Okay, yes, let's see it.
I'll show you real fast.
It was a class that we took. For the necklace, the fabric necklace.
Oh,
and then
right.
Heidi showed us all these cute ideas she could do.
Well, this is
learned more from the ideas after the necklace.
Yes, I showed more ideas after the necklace. Yes. And the reason I need to groom this purse, but this is where I actually came up with the idea. I don't know if you all can see that. And it's raveling. It's fake, genuine fake leather. And it's doing that deep space spiral. And I've never worn it as a purse. I just have used it, and even just sitting around, the leather split, the leatherette, and then it's all there's stuff that's coming off. But I just love that's where I got the idea.
Perfect. And Sandy says, will the wall hanging be a class at some point? It is a class during the it's not necessarily a hands-on class, but it's going to be included with the upcycled bags on February 3rd from 10 to 12:30. Heidi's going to be showing us how to do it.
Correct. And then you can go crazy on your own for where you want to place them, that kind of thing. Yes. It will.
Once you know the technique, you can really add it to anything. You can add it to clothing. You can add it to a wall hanging.
Absolutely.
And Heidi will discuss how to collage the background so that you will know you'll have enough information to, I don't know, get yourself into trouble, Sandy.
Yes.
No, you'll be fine. But definitely. Okay, any other questions? I don't know.
I said it all.
You said it all. All right. Well, if you girls want to, we can do a quick little auction of crazy stuff. But I have to find Roger first. Okay. So Heidi, you can talk to him. Tell him, I don't know, about the differences you have found in the industry since you had a quilt shop.
Oh, wow. Lots of differences. There goes Kitty in the background. I started my shop, and it was a full service fabric store in January 2nd of 1983. So, yes, I was 25 when I started it. I was married 6 months, and I wouldn't really recommend that, but my husband, we're still married, and it's been 42 years. But it was a fun ride, and I loved every minute of it until I didn't. And I was a new mom, and I really wanted to be a full-time wife and mother. So after, I couldn't stop though. I wasn't reading the writing on the wall, because a lot of women back then were going into the workforce. But I kept at it for 16 years after I opened it up in 1983. And the biggest difference is, the bolt sizes. We had to get 25 yards. That was the minimum per bolt. And fortunately, that's gotten smaller because you don't always know what people are going to like. And I think nowadays you have just a cornucopia I could never buy for a fabric store now, because I'd want everything, and you can't possibly do that. So you have to find a niche market and settle in there for what you're going to get. And the other part is I love the way Beth has her set up, because it's if you need certain notions, she doesn't need to carry the basics. You can go get those online, and that's a huge difference. But Beth puts everything she's got into her shop, and I love going there, but I love being able to sit at home. You can't do that when you have bricks and mortar. And I think this way is just the best way possible to enjoy, and you get to enjoy everybody else too. That's a cool thing to watch from all over the world. What could be better than that? And have conversation. I love it. Hi, Roger.
Hi.
I'll get out of your hair.
Okay. Oh goodness. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right, Heidi. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will see you soon.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Okay, I gotta remember.
Still here.
Wait, okay, guys, we're gonna do a quick little auction or something. We don't know. Settings. It's always hard when you change things around midstream. Oh, look, everybody's saying hi, Roger. Okay. All right. So you can all hear us. Everything's good, I think. Okay, we're just gonna do. We got about 15 minutes left. We're gonna do some quick auctions. Roger's gonna lift it up so you can see my head. We do have the pattern came in from Victor's demo, the Holiday Stars. So if you want it S03, S03 is the Holiday Star pattern, which Victor demoed a few weeks ago. So if you want that, just type in S03. And then we also got a cute little festive frames, S04. So if you've got grandkids or whatnot and you want to make a quick Christmas gift, but you actually can make this for any time of the year. It'd be a great Mother's Day gift. It'd be all kinds of fun stuff. So S04 is $6. And then I do want to just show you my skirt. I know I showed you a couple of weeks ago, but this is the Rafiki skirt that Heidi will be teaching the 1st of January. So I got it in more of the browns, kind of modern-y colorway. I hope it looks all right with what I'm wearing because it was at the shop, so I had to put it on right before the show went live. Ranji, the Zephyr coat is super nice. I think I want it out of Cantha. I'm gonna have to send a new Cantha cloth to Heidi so she can make me a new one. Okay, so we have a few auctions. Let's see. S149 is starting at $5. And this is still from the Smokin' Hot sale, so you're gonna want to take this. It does have a faint smell of smoke. The ladies that separated it, they didn't really notice it, but I notice it. So it is quilting cottons. This one is probably more crafty, but these are regular quilting cottons. This is a green collection. Here you're going to get some lions, tigers, and bears too. S149 is starting at $5. Here is a huge chunk of Christmas with metallics. It's probably about 3 yards, and it's a Hoffman fabric. So that's a great, I would say definitely 3 yards at least of this Hoffman Merriam Bright fabric. Then you've got some more these ones are kind of more crafty. And there you go. So S149 is at $6. I know, Victor. Oh boy. Okay, S148. S148 is a blue colorway. We've got some dolphins here. You've got 2 pieces. It looks like they're half-yard pieces. Purples. I was going to try to figure out who's a division of Balsam Hercules Group. I have no idea. I've never heard of that company before. Then we've got some green. Oh, this is a variegated. It goes from light blue. It's a great water, light blue, to deep greens. And then some more blues. This one has kind of got a stain, so that one's not that great. But you could use it for foundation. Both of these are kind of crazy. But we've got some Sea Enchanted Ocean here. You could use this as a background for a collage of like the Laura Heine seahorse. Or if you're doing an ocean quilt, that would be great. Several yards of that. S148 is starting at $5. S148 is starting at $5. S149 is at $12. That is literally like, I don't know, 25 cents a yard there for that blue collection, for the green collection. Because you've got at least 3, 4, 5. I would say you've probably got close to 12 yards of fabric there. S149 is at $12. S148 is at $6. Wow, you guys aren't bidding too high. Okay, I got a fast turn tool. I do not know how to use these, but I know these were sold at shows for a long time. Everything is here. All your directions are here. The fast turn tool. If you have a friend that doesn't have one of these, you might want to get it for them because I don't think it's made anymore. I think the guy who made them is no longer with us. But here's the fast turn. It does have all of the directions in here. S931 is starting at $1, and it has all your little turning tools and things, your tubes and your little tools to turn it. S931. People who have them love them. Jane says those tools are great. S931 is starting at $1 for the Turn It All tool. Well, it's the fast turn, not the Turn It All tool. S148 is for the blue collection, which is at $6. You do have a couple yards of this ocean scene one by South Sea Imports. So that's a great backing or background or whatever of the ocean. You've got some great blues. I probably should have taken these and put them in soldier quilts. S148 is at $6. 931 is at $5. Hey, Evelyn, how are you? 149 is this green collection. You literally, girls, should bid, even if you're bidding just on this green. Wait, I got to measure it because 1, 2, 3, over 4 yards of this Hoffman fabric. You have over 4 yards. That looks like something from my mother's collection. You have 4 yards of this. So if you're doing the Christmas tree table topper with Victor, he is going to do a new class in the new year because I know with the holidays, a lot of us didn't get to it. But you've got over 4 yards of this great metallic-y swirl. I know. If I didn't have to throw it in the washer, you could sell it for $12 a yard. Whoopsie. Okay. I'll leave it for Karen to fold tomorrow. S149 is the green collection. S149 is at $15. All right. Well, we'll see you soon, Evelyn. S148. S148 is the blue collection. And last I saw, 148 is the blue collection. It's got the dolphins and some blues. These two I would probably just, put in dog beds. This is a good one, though. This variegated. I actually have this in my collection upstairs. S148 is at $6. 931 is at $7 for the fast turn tool. 149 is at $15. Okay, get those settled up so that we can move. I have so many, like literally more bags just came in. S1431, it's an auction for $5. 1431. If you like to do cross stitch, It is a pre-printed panel. It's already been started, but they only got this far. The cute little cross stitch, they got this far, so you still got a long ways to go. If you don't see so good, this is a good one for you because it's printed pretty big. So this is what the front's going to look like. You're going to do all of this with the cute little moon. It's something you can take in your motor home, or if you just need a quick project you don't want to think about, but you want to keep busy. It's kind of equivalent, I think, to doing diamond art. So here is S. Here's all your threads, all organized and tied onto here for you. S1. Oops, I don't know. I buried it. Hang on a second. I don't want to lose it. Are you guys all ready for Christmas? S1431. S1431 is at $5. 1431 is at $5. It makes this cute little cross-stitched baby blanket. I would, once you do all the cross-stitch, I would put a backing on it just so that you don't see all your little stitches. But you could, if you pull your knot, if you do your knot and pull it tight, you could pull it into the sandwich of this quilt, so you don't have all the loose stitches and knots on the back. But you do have a diagram, all your directions, everything is right here. S1431 is at $5. Okay, we're going to close this up real quick. I have the green colorway right there, girls. You guys are ridiculous that is not going for more. S149, it's 4 yards of this great Christmas metallic and everything else. 149, I think I saw. 149, I think is
15.
Oh, Victor needs to start his baking for Christmas. Is it Fran for 15?
Yes.
Fran, that is the deal of the century, honestly. Okay, Fran for 15. 148 is 148. 148. Victor for $6. Oh, that's another good deal. And then we have the fast turn. We have the fast turn 931. 931 for the fast turn. Fran, you lucked out. That's all I can say. 931, I have Barb Stogner at $10. Barb at $10. Barb S, $10. And then we have, oh my gosh, Victor already made the 10-degree table runner. Good for you. Susan, okay, Barb, Susan just did $15. She's all the way on the East Coast, so maybe her computer took a little bit longer. So, okay, Barb, the fast turn is at $15. So if you want to outbid Susan, $15. The cross stitch is at 1431. 1431. 1431. 1431. And I know I saw 149. Jenny Duarte for $5. 17 for the fast turn. Jenny Duarte for $5. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of my way. All right, fast turn. we got some pre-cut squares. Let Susan have it. Okay, we have some pre-cut squares. They are 4 inches by 4 inches. So you got a lot of this same yellow. S145 is starting at $1. You have a whole pile of this yellow, and then it looks like they were just cutting their scraps up into 4-inch squares, and then got sidetracked with something else. S145 is starting at $1. S145 is starting at $1. Hey, Mary Beatty. Susan. Okay, 145 is at $2. 145 is at $2. And if you need the pattern for the holiday star, which Victor demoed the other day, they just came in. So we have S03 is $11. S03 is $11. And then we have a cute little ornament pattern that's $6. S04. S04 is $6. S04 is $6. S145 is at $5. And then we have a cute little Halloween pattern and the fabric that was picked out for it. You do have on here, they've traced out the little the dirt heel. They've traced it out on here, but it's not on steam-a-seam. So you might want to put it on steam-a-seam. But you do have plenty of fabric here to work with. You've got your cute little ghosts already traced. So this is what the project looked like. S146 if you want a cute little quick Halloween project. S146 is starting at $3. That includes the pattern and the fabric. You might want to use different fabric. That's totally up to you. Nobody's going to hold you to this. You could use anything you want and just throw this in your stash. And then we have some bias, I guess, extra wide bias tape in a seal brown. We have some maxi piping in seal brown. 2 containers of each. So here is some piping. So you get 2 packages of the seal brown piping and of the extra wide bias tapes. S1441 is starting at $2. 1441 is starting at $2. And let's see, 145, let's close that up. I lost my pen. 145 going once. I see it at $5, I think. S145 at $5 to Sandy Cox. Sandy Cox. Okay. And then what?
Well, Gina Duarte has S145, but she did put
The next line, she put $4.
Oh.
Have you or Victor demoed Carolyn Moore's pleated pin cushions? No, we have not yet, Mary Beatty, but I totally could because I want it. Because it has the pleats in it, so you can put your little clips on it. Okay, 1441 we have it's at $2 for the seal brown piping and extra wide bias tape, double fold bias tape. It's at $2. And then S146 is at $4, it looks like. So go ahead, get your final bids on that. I have these weird things, which are probably vintage, and you guys are going to love them. I figure that I'm 50 plus years old. I've never needed these, so I'm not really sure what they're for, but I think they're for garment making. Old style. We've got a tailor clapper. we've got, I mean, I would turn this into like Mr. Potato Head or something. S941, we're starting the auction at $1. And then we have June Taylor's something else. So you've got these things. I'm pretty sure all of this is for ironing. The Taylor clapper, and then some weird, I think this goes so you can iron things flat. Rounded things you can iron flat, I think. But don't quote me on that. My mother was a home economics teacher, but you know, things skip a generation. 146. 146. The Halloween is at $6. Peggy, Evelyn is on YouTube and she's at $6. I know you guys can't see the YouTube comments, but she's on YouTube. So S146 is at $6. Sandy says she has those garment making tools for pressing. Okay, well, if anybody needs them, Taylor pressing tools, roll, hem, knit, and clapper. Okay, so S941 for the ironing tools is at $1. S941 is at $1. 146 is at $7 for the Halloween project. I got two of you at $7. Ham for pressing shoulder areas, slimmer one for sleeves. Well, I haven't needed it yet, so I don't think I need it. 941, we've got at 941. It's for the clapper and these, it's all four things. 941 is for all the pressing utensils. 941 is for everything. If you only want one thing, then we can send you the one thing and then you can redonate the other stuff and we can do this all over again next week with what's left. 146, I have Mary Beatty and Peggy Cato both at $7. So you guys duke that out. I'm going to see what the S1441 is the piping. 1441. 1441. I've got Jenny Duarte for $2. If I ever get it wrong, let me know so we can fix it. And $2. Okay, let's see. Everybody just wants the clapper. Okay. Well, Mary Beatty's at $5. So if you just want the clapper for more than $5, put in what you want and then donate the rest of it back. Mary Beatty's at $5 for the ironing utensils. 146. Peggy Cato wants it all. Well, then bid on it, Peggy. I don't see it. 941 is at $2. Mary Beatty's at $5. Mary Beatty's at $5 for all of the ironing utensils. I'm pretty sure this is vintage. It's probably really worth something. $6 for just the clapper. $6. So outbid Peggy or Sandy. You have to outbid her for $6. She's at $6. 146 for the Halloween kit was at $7 for two people. So two people, Peggy and Mary and Evelyn. If you want the Halloween pattern and fabric kit, the Halloween pattern and fabric kit is at $7 between, I think, Peggy and Mary and Evelyn. I don't know. S941 is at $7. S941 for the ironing utensils is at $7. And then we have something weird here. Oh, if you're into Harry Potter. Oh, I didn't put a ticket in it. Here, let me get a ticket real quick. Okay, we've got the Halloween stuff. Here is Police Public Call Box. It's already been sewn onto a piece of batting for some reason. I'm not sure. But you've got the public call box. I guess you could turn it into a little mug rug or something, a cookie snack mat. But then we have Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, and Hufflepuff. So you've got some fabric from Harry Potter. You can make something fun for your grandkids or yourself. S151 is starting at $2. $2. So for the Harry Potter, Hufflepuff, blah 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 blah. Halloween plus $2. Okay, what was the last? Oh my gosh, you girls make it so difficult. 146. Evelyn's at $10. So Mary Beatty, you would be at $12. Evelyn's at $10 for this, so you would be at $12, Mary Beatty. Let me know if you want to do $12. So the Halloween is at $12. The ironing stuff is at $8. And the okay, Evelyn, if you want to outbid her, Mary Beatty's at $12. The Ravendor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, this is at $5. $5 for this. $12. Evelyn, let me know. Peggy, Evelyn, Mary Beatty's at $12 on the Halloween. The pressing stuff is at $8. So let me know if you want that. Let me know. Okay, we're going to clean this up. The pressing stuff is at $8. $8 going once. I'm writing it real slow. The Halloween is at $14. So if you guys want to outbid Mary Beatty, if you want to outbid for the Halloween, it's at $14 right now. S941 is at $8 for the pressing stuff. Okay, pressing stuff is at $8. I must have stolen. Oh, here. I was going to say, I must have stolen that. $146 for the Halloween stuff is at $14. The Harry Potter fabric, Connie Wiggins is at $10. Connie's super slow. She always likes to come at the last minute. Peggy, if you want to outbid, Connie Wiggins is at $10. Connie Wiggins is at $10 for the pressing stuff. Connie Wiggins is at $10 for the pressing stuff. Evelyn is at $14 for the Halloween stuff. And the Harry Potter stuff is at $5. Peggy's at $11 for the pressing stuff, Connie. $11 for the pressing stuff. $11 for the pressing stuff. Okay, well, you guys are, Connie, $11 is what the pressing stuff's at. Here, I'm going to do some napkins while I wait for you guys to finish that. We have some pink napkins. Oh, Roger put a tight rubber band on this. Connie's at $15 for the pressing. The Harry Potter is at $5. The Halloween is at $14. If anybody wants to outbid it. We have some napkins. We've got 4 cloth napkins if you want to do embroidery on them. Kind of a raspberry color. Auction starting at $5. They're already hemmed. You can do embroidery on them. S142 is Peggy's at $16. Here, these are a little bit thicker napkins. I think he's got 4 of them here. So 4 cloth napkins already hemmed. More of a pink color. S142 is $5. S142 is $5. Uh-oh, somebody did an angry face. Oh, Peggy did an angry face. Peggy, sorry. Okay, pressing is at $16. If anybody wants to outbid, all the pressing utensils are at $16. The Halloween is at $14. The Harry Potter is at $5. And we've got some raspberry napkins, S130 at $5 for 4, and S142, $5 for 4. Okay, Connie Wiggins is at $18 for the pressing items. So the pressing items are at $18. I'm going to close up Evelyn at $14 for the Halloween stuff. $14 for Evelyn. Okay, napkins are at $5 for 4 napkins. That's $1.25. Peggy, I know, but anytime I see the angry face, it always kind of makes me laugh because when that kind of thing happens, it's because we're typing too fast or we've got fat fingers. Who knows? Could be we're drinking too much. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Pressing is at $20. $20, Miss Connie. And then Harry Potter is at $5 to Victor. Victor, $5. And we've got some napkins. The pressing utensils are at $25. $25. Peggy, the pressing utensils are at $25. We've got napkins if you guys want to do embroidering on napkins. I need the resting for my wool embroidery. Well, bid it up then, Peggy. $25 it's at. $25. $26, Connie, $26. You girls are ridiculous. $26. Here, well, nobody wants napkins today. I'm just waiting for them to duke that out. While they duke that out, I'm going to put one more thing here. Okay, we've got a bunch of snaps and things. Snap fasteners. Snap. Oh, snap. There's some more snaps. The pressing is at 28. The pressing utensils are at 28. Oh, I'm going to need new pins before the show. Here you go. Fasteners are S152 at $3. Fasteners are at S152 for $3 for a whole bunch of different snap fasteners. You've got some of these that are decorative pearls, purple, and then this is black. I don't know. You got some Velcro, some eyes and things. Here's some more pearl ones. S152 is at $5. Oh, Peggy says she's done so sad. Wow. It's not so sad for Connie. Sorry, Peggy. Connie. Okay. All right. Here's a priceless belt fastener. S152 is for all these snaps. We're at $5. S152 is at $5. That's quite a steal. We've got the napkins that you can embroider on. S142 is at $5 and S130 is at $5 for 4 napkins. Okay, Roger just gave me the look. We got to finish up. So, S152 is for all the fasteners. S152 is for all the fasteners. Quite a few collections. We're at $5. Going once. Going twice. Going. Snap. S152 is at $7, Evelyn on YouTube. S152 is at $7 to Evelyn. S152 is at $7 to Evelyn on YouTube. So if you want to outbid, the snaps are at $7. The snaps are at $7. We're going to find something fabulous to do with these napkins because we have boxes and boxes of them. S152 is at $8. S152 is at $8. I know we're going to have to make cloth napkins like popular again. S152 is at $8 for the snaps. S152 is at $8 for the snaps. S152 is at $8 for the snaps. Going. S152, going. S152, get it in quick. Evelyn's at $9. If you want to outbid Evelyn, she's at $9. Victor's going to think of an idea for the napkins. You got quite a few packages here that have never been opened. This one comes in its own special little container, vintage container. Eyes, snaps, things. S152, Evelyn's at $9. S152, Evelyn is at $9. S152 is at $10. S152 is at $10. Mary B is excited you're going to come up with something. S152 is at $10. S152 is at $10 for all those snaps. So many things you could do with snaps. All right, S152, Connie's at $10. Get your final bids in, girls. And gentlemen, get your final bids in. We've got a lot planned for Wednesday. Well, I'd be lying if I said that. I haven't even started Wednesday because I haven't finished last Wednesday yet. But we will have a lot of fun stuff. We got a couple of fun new lines. And look at this Western Southwest material that came in. That one is going to be a really popular one, I think. Connie Wiggins, the snaps are at $12. Here's a cute little bag that Virginia Robertson made using fabric that's similar to that. Victor has a special class idea using napkins. Scraps make great embellishments for art. Oh, snaps make great embellishments for art quilts. That's true. There's endless things you could do with them. They'd be fun also to put on the spiral quilts, just as embellishments too. And you could stamp them in the center of flowers. There's all kinds of fun stuff you could do. Okay, S152, $12. The snaps are at $12 to Evelyn on YouTube. Does anybody want to outbid her real quick? Oh, so many more auctions for another day. S152 is at $15. Do you want to outbid her, Evelyn? S152 for the snaps is at $15. S152 is at $15. Remember, if you want to sign up for the skirt class with Heidi, that's going to be January 9th and January 13th. The terrific tabard, which was the vest she was wearing, that's January 23rd and January 27th. And then the upcycled bags with Heidi is February 3rd. But the last time we did a fun kind of a lecture class like that with Heidi, she had so many ideas. It really was very, very inspiring. Okay, S152, going once, going twice. Connie Wiggins for $15. Okay, all right, we love you guys. Go get some sewing done. Roger is telling me we went 24 minutes over. All right, that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Heidi, for doing the little trunk show. And the next time Heidi comes and does a trunk show, she said she's going to bring us all the other patterns that she has. She just didn't want to give us too many patterns and confuse us because we want you to get signed up for the classes that she's offering in January. Okay, that's all we have. Thank you. Have a great night. See you guys. Bye. Bye.